Hi, I'm Chin.
And I'm Forrest, and this is another edition of OU Study Skills, where our goal is to guide you to the people and things that are going to help you succeed.
But still keep things fun.
So today we're going to share with you some note-taking strategies because it's one of the most important skills to develop while you're at OU.
So true, just the process of writing helps you retain the information better, and you might find some things you didn't know were in your textbook.
Before you go to class, try to have 3 things ready to go. First, have all of your note-taking resources there. So your pen, paper, laptop if that's what you use. Second, have all of the notes from your pre-assigned readings ready. And third, make sure you know which professor is going to be lecturing on that day.
During class, it helps be consistent in your note-taking. Always use the same abbreviations, and if you miss a word, leave it, and get back to it later when you ask a friend or the professor. And the Cornell method is a great example to follow. You can see it below this video.
Figure out what your professor thinks is important in his or her lecture, so that you know what's probably going to be on the test.
And our news correspondent Karen is in the field with a great note-taker.
Thanks, Chin and Forrest. I'm Karen, here with Jessie at Wagner Hall. Jessie, do you have carpal tunnel? I mean, how do you take good notes?
Okay. Well, sometimes I like to take my textbook to class, and I'll just open it up to the section that we're going over that day. And while the professor's going over his lecture, I'll just glance up at the lecture slides on the screen and just kind of follow along in my book and just write down references to pages that might be stressed like in his lecture. I also like to use like consistent formatting as far as like topics being underlined and subsections bulleted and examples with asterisks. I just think it keeps it organized. And then abbreviations, it's important to keep those consistent throughout all your notes so that way later you're not trying to figure out what you meant to say in that section.
Fascinating. Jessie, can you tell students what good notes will do for them?
Good notes just kind of ensure that you're like following along in the class and make sure you're understanding since you're writing it all down. And it also saves you time whenever you're going to study. Make sure you're using your time efficiently because you're not wasting time gathering information to study.
Amazing. Jessie, if you had one piece of advice for students in note-taking, what would it be?
I think my biggest thing is the references. Like whenever I write down those references to go look back at a figure or a table, I feel like that really helps me since I'm a visual learner. I like to go just kind of glance at the picture or the diagram and it just all clicks for me.
Well, there you have it, folks. You heard it here first. I'm Karen, reporting live from Wagner Hall. Good night and good luck.
Okay, thanks, Karen.
So awkward. So if you aren't taking notes right now, with regards to what we're saying to you right now about taking notes, you'll be fine. You can just scroll down and do it later.
Forrest and I wanted to remind you that everything we cover is right below this video and it goes into much deeper detail.
Well, that's it for today, guys. Join us next time for another edition of OU Study Skills.
See you soon. Now, go take some good notes.